Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Jesse here. Today is September the 25th, pretty late, maybe about 20 minutes until it's officially Monday. Wanted to give this upload to you guys so you guys can have a great week. You know, I like wishing you guys a great week ahead, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I hope you did enjoy your weekend. I had a great weekend, except for the fact that my favorite football team, the Kansas City Chiefs, kind of blew it at the end today. Stupid penalty that shouldn't have happened. That's a shame, but what are you going to do? You know, just for kicks, if you guys want to drop your favorite football team in the comment section, that'd be pretty awesome. My favorite is the Kansas City Chiefs. Kind of started when Joe Montana became their quarterback a long time ago, but I just kind of stuck with them. My dad's favorite team is the 49ers, which I was watching their game. They played the night game and went all the way to the last minute or two, and then they fumbled. They lost by 1 point. Anyway, what do we want to talk about? First of all, want to thank the 2 new subscribers to the channel over the weekend. I know who one of you are, Miss Yoselin, you and your daughter. I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys stay safe where you guys are at in the world. I know it can get kind of crazy over there, but thanks for the support on the channel. And for the other new subscriber, welcome. Hope you guys find the channel entertaining and informative. Appreciate the support. We have almost 40 total views, guys, for my last upload here. And that tells me there are people that are interested in getting as much information as possible as far as what's going on. You know, there are people out there with an open mind, and they're willing to hear anyone talk about any little tidbit about what could potentially be happening and what might happen and what's to come. And I am honored to you almost 40 people that have stopped by my channel and took, you know, well, in the case of the last upload, almost 5 minutes of your time to hear me talk about potential stuff that could happen. And it's that type of viewership that keeps me going. So I appreciate the support. I'm still going to encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel, but you know, if you hit that like button, I'm happy with that too. And if all you do is hear me out, I am appreciative of that as well. But let's talk about this last upload I did, because it was talking about a specific date, right? September the 24th. All right, guys, when it comes to dates, now look, it's obvious there's a lot going on in the world. You don't have to be in politics to feel that, to know that, okay? There's a lot of stuff happening here just in the United States with food shortages and power grid problems, border issues, drug problems, new laws that are getting passed that are just kind of unbelievable, really. You got things that are happening with our president that are very concerning as far as his ability to be president. We've talked about in past uploads how there's talk about maybe using the 25th Amendment to remove him and put someone else in his place. And I'm not talking about Kamala. I'll let you guys hear that upload if you want. You know, they want a very specific person to fill his spot. So if you guys do your own research, if it's not the vice president, who's next in line? That's who I'm talking about. And then, you know, we've been getting hit a lot here with natural disasters, storms and earthquakes. It's just kind of wild. And then, you know, you look on the other side of the world, and there's talks of war, like big time war. You know, you got Russia, Ukraine, and Russia telling us we better not get involved, and China and Taiwan. And then you look globally, and there's a lot of talk about the sun, a lot of things about the sun, you know, the mass ejections, the coronal mass ejections from the sun, and how that can hurt us, especially power-wise and stuff. Talks about asteroids, and even talk about, you know, alien life and UFOs all of a sudden flying around. Guys, there's so much going on. Financial sector, obviously, the stock market's crashing. A lot of talk about that. Guys, something's got to give. All right. And when there's so many wobbly foundations, okay, when it comes to politics, environmental, financial, political, you're going to have dates that are floating out there, okay, on the internet, within circles, from alternative media that are connected to people that are connected to what's really happening behind the scenes. And it's okay to talk about dates. People get upset when you mention a date. They think you are telling them that something is going to happen on this date, and they get mad when it doesn't. Now, I never said that anything was going to happen on the 24th. I said there was a chance that something could happen on the 24th because they've been talking about this date for months now. Okay? As a matter of fact, I mentioned another date, the 26th, the 28th. All right? There are always dates out there that are floating around where something could potentially happen. Now, I don't throw out dates unless I hear multiple sources talking about the same date. All right? And I make sure these sources are pretty valid and legitimate from past experiences and past things that they've talked about and shared with us. So if I feel confident enough that there might be something with a certain date that is thrown out there, I'm going to mention it. But I never said it was going to happen. I don't have, as my thumbnail says, I don't have a magic crystal ball, okay, that tells me exactly what and when something is going to occur. But I truly believe it's important that if there is enough talk about something, why not throw it out there and at least make people aware? Because if it does happen, if something does happen on a specific date, and we talk about it a few days or a few weeks before it happens, it at least prepares you mentally for it, you know? It prepares you spiritually, emotionally, maybe even financially, depending on what we're talking about, you know? So I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but this is not a channel where I'm going to tell you specific dates as far as this is going to happen on this date. I would never say that because things can change. I just told you 10 different things that's going on in the world. At any given point, it can deal with this, it can deal with that. An event can happen that can deal with something that's not even here on Earth. It can deal with something in space. It can deal with something in another country, okay? We don't know, but we know that there's a lot going on, and if there's a lot going on, anything can happen at any time. This channel is not about fear-mongering, okay? I'm not into fear. As a matter of fact, if you heard my last upload, I told you guys that when people out there were talking about the 24th, they were talking about it as if it was going to be the end of the world and we were going to have a nuclear, something happen and it was going to destroy, all kinds of things and people and life and just dark. No, I don't believe that's going to happen. I believe the good guys know what's to come. They're ready for it. They're preparing us for it. And they're going to not let it get too out of hand, but something big will happen. And I don't feel like it's going to be something that's going to make us smile. Maybe in the end, but not in the beginning. It's going to be a little scary, uncomfortable, but it has to happen to wake us all up and show us what's been going on here for a very, very long time. But no fear mongering. I always tell you guys that we're going to be okay, to pray, stay strong, use your discernment, and we're going to get through whatever heads our way. And that's the way it's going to be. All right. And I'm going to continue to give you guys dates if I feel it's important. I hear dates all the time. If I was going to tell you guys every date that's out there, I'd be giving you guys, 15, 20 dates every month. I'm not going to do that. But the 24th was a big one. The 26th, the 28th. There's another date right now that's in October, very close to Halloween, that they're saying by then, if not on that exact date, that's when everything stops, like literally. And that's going to be the beginning of life-changing things. I'm not going to give the date, okay, right now. But, October, it is the month of Halloween. It is the month of, ghosts and witchcrafts and spells and that type of stuff. And we all know that the occult, the bad people that run this world, they're into that stuff. They're into that stuff on the calendar. They're into that stuff when it comes to rituals and dates and beliefs and times. So it's very believable that October can have some pretty big dates in it that are going to affect us all. And it makes sense, right? Because it's right before what's supposed to happen in November. And we all know that event in November can very well be disrupted, stopped, or changed, given any specific event that happens. Paying very close attention to that. So, guys, there's just a lot going on. All I'm trying to do is make you aware of all the stuff that's going on so you yourself can understand that at any given time, any one of those things can be breaking news on your TV screens. And if I give you guys a date, take it with a grain of salt, okay? But always hear my voice, always hear my words, and I always tell you guys, don't be scared. We are going to be okay, all right? But this channel, again, is not, I repeat, not about predicting things, and it's not about fear-mongering or putting fear out there. It's about being informative. It's talking about stuff so you guys can do your own research, and talking about things openly, so you guys can be accepting of the events that are to come, because there are going to be a lot of events happening. It's going to feel like they're happening one after another, but they're very much needed. They're very important. And if we can talk about it a little ahead of time, I think that's going to make the experience a lot more comfortable, a lot more bearable for a lot of us, okay? But again, guys, I don't have a magic crystal ball, so please don't think I do, and don't hold it against me if I talk about something, if I say a date, and the date comes and goes, or the event does not come to pass. By the way, I mean, think about it, guys. What's the best way to stop a bad event from happening? How about talking about it? How about exposing it, right? If there's a group that wants to infiltrate a building and the security in that building finds out this plan days or weeks or months ahead of time, and they know the plan, do you think the bad group is going to still want to infiltrate that building on that day, at that time, in the way that they had planned originally? The answer is no, right? So who's to say that something was going to happen on the 24th, but because people like me and many, many others, obviously, talked about it and brought it to light, the event did not happen. So sometimes talking about events, bringing them up before they occur, could very well stop them from happening. And that's a good thing. So, see it like that as well, guys. Just saying. Anyway, rambling, 14 plus minutes, guys. I appreciate you for giving me your time to hear this out. You guys sleep well. It's late, so you guys are probably sleeping. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We'll talk again soon. Until then, much love. I'll catch you guys on the next one.